Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Dan Dawson Show. So here's what I have for you today. I call this Getting OJ'd. Everybody remember in the 70s when it was all the racial unrest and they were interviewing OJ and they wanted to know what he felt about it, about the black situation. And he said, "I'm not black, I'm OJ Simpson." Well, when he got caught up for murdering his wife, he ran right back to the black community. And the black community's like, "Yay, OJ!" It's the same thing that's going on with Kamala Harris. I'm reading this article from NBC News. Senator Kamala Harris, Democrat, California, on Friday lauded Joe Biden for having the audacity to choose a black woman to be his running mate, even though such a decision may have come with political risk. The reason I paused when I quoted her is because your whole career you haven't been black. See, now let me explain. I look at black as a culture connected to several generations of slavery, and that produced a very distinct culture. And unlike, Joe Biden, who says blacks aren't very diverse, remember that, it's a very diverse culture. I always say, what do I always say? Houston blacks, New York blacks, we don't have the same culture. It's a very diverse culture depending on where you grew up. So what you get with the whole O.J. Simpson and Kamala Harris thing, and she made her career off of being Asian American. California has a very large Asian American community. So she always pushed her Asian American heritage. Now she's black because she needs those black votes. To my black people who don't vote, let me ask you a question. If your vote doesn't matter or doesn't count, then why is it every presidential election the main topic is the black vote? Who are black people going to vote for? But back to the subject. Now she's claiming to be black because she needs that vote. And the black community's like, yeah, a black woman. She's not black. She's not black. Her father's Indian, or her father's Jamaican, her mother's Indian. That doesn't equal black. Now, I will give her credit, like I always say, for being an immigrant child and having come so far, but she shares no part of the black culture. If you remember correctly, Tiger Woods, the whole time he was on top of the world, what did he say? "I'm not black, I'm Asian." It's funny how they always claim that Asian part of them until they need the black community. And then they come running back and the black community accepts them. Well, there's a reason they keep doing that. There's a reason they keep doing that. They keep doing it because you keep falling for it. It reminds me of a relationship. When you're in a relationship with a man or a woman, and they cheat on you, leave you, cheat on you, leave you, cheat on you, leave you, keep coming, and they come back, and you take them every time. The longer we do that, the more they're going to do it. And now Kamala Harris has done it. And I'll quote here from the NBC News article. If elected, the first female, first black, and first Asian American vice president. Now, why didn't they say Jamaican there? Because Jamaica's not going to get you the black vote. They want the black vote, and we keep accepting it. I don't know why. When you look at this woman, like I keep saying, who made her career off of sending black men to jail. She wasn't black then. Then she goes on the Charlemagne the God show, which to me is just ugh. But I understand why he does what he does, so it's no big deal. And she's talking about listening to Snoop Dogg and Tupac and smoking weed and to fit in more with the black culture. Now I'm a black man, I don't smoke weed. I don't believe in the marijuana. I do like my whiskey. I like Hennessy. But to fit in more with the black community, because now she needs your vote. And the worst part is, black people are going to fall for it. I see it on my personal Facebook. Yeah, black woman vice president, black woman vice president. Yeah, big whoop. You should be worried about the fact that this black woman is not black. It's going to take away your Second Amendment rights. California, the state where she comes from, is knocking down the anti-discrimination clause for employers. That's her jurisdiction, right? So think about all these things this woman is doing to the black community, all the things she's done to the black community, and yet you still run and flock for her. It's ridiculous. Very upsetting. That's a very upsetting thing about my community is when we do that. We did it with OJ, we did it with Tiger, We're just going to keep doing it. They come out and say, for all their lives, I'm not black. Oh, I need the black community. Now I'm black. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. I would think the black community would start critically thinking and looking at these people and saying, well, what have you done for the black community? But they're not going to. Too emotional. Too emotional. Most people these days run off emotion, not facts, not critical thinking. And that not only applies to the black community. You look at all these rioters in the street, the BLM, blah, 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 blah. Most of those are young white people, and they're just running off emotion. I don't know, but I thank you for watching this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. Oh, and don't worry, I wouldn't vote for Biden if he had chosen my mother as his vice president. Actually, if he had chosen my mother as his vice president, that whole Second Amendment thing he's trying to get rid of, oh, that would not even be in play. My mother loves her guns. Thank you for watching this episode of the Dan Dawson Show. It's one of those days. I've seen a lot of news stories, so be prepared for a gluttony of videos because there's going to be a lot more. Thank you.